Hello, and welcome back after 5 years. I think it's been a while. This is a YouTube exclusive. Um, I used to do these inspirational little blurbs every now and then. I was pretty consistent back in the day. But along those lines, welcome back, guys. And welcome if you're new. But I started to post my podcast on the same platform here. My podcast is predominantly Spotify because it used to be only audio, but now that I'm doing video, the video interviews are going to be here on YouTube. But I thought every now and then I do the old BU style and get on here and talk to just you guys. Without any of the other platforms, just my YouTube fam, because some of you have been around for many, many, many years. So, and welcome to those of you that are new. But I had an observation that I shared on my Instagram about, because I went back and I watched all of my old videos, and the observation that I first noticed was the information that I was giving was very much on point. I was like, yes, absolutely, yes. Oh my God, I needed to hear some of it again. We all need refreshers every now and then. So I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. But also the energy that I was operating at back then, and again, back then I was 5-6 years younger, so I was still, we're always learning. I was going to say I was still learning, but until we die, this whole lifetime is learning. So back then, I was in a very anxious energy. The way that I spoke was aggressive, and I think I was just very passionate, but also very reactive in that energy. I spoke really, really fast and aggressive, and just the vibe of old Serena is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I actually very much appreciated watching the passion come out in my voice and my energy, and just like it was actually nice to see. But it's also nice to recognize my evolution of like calming the F down. Like I don't need to be all that anymore. Of like, oh, I need to get my message across, and I gotta have, I can't even pretend to like be her anymore, because I've changed so much, and I've experienced so much more now that I'm so different. But again, the information is very much still true, and I am proud of old me. So if you need to watch those videos, go back, watch them. They're actually really good. I'm proud of old me. So I say all that to say that here's something new I wanted to share with you guys that I learned, but also information that I'd like to share. So I was talking with a friend I made at the gym, and shout out to her, if she's watching, she'll know that I'm talking about her, made a blanket statement about men. And my explanation, she got it, but I feel like I could have explained it better. Instead, I disagreed with her, and that's not correct. I shouldn't have disagreed with her, because what she said is true to her. And then let me explain that. So when you're vibrating at and I'm not going to say if it was a good thing or a bad thing, that part is not relevant. The information, though, however, is. So when we learn in middle school that the world is vibration, everything is vibration, everything physical is vibration, our thoughts are vibration, we are made up of billions, millions of little molecules, everything is like vibrating, right? Energy, everything is energy. So we have a constant frequency that we give out, and some call it the law of attraction. some would say it's part of our, anyway, I don't want to get into all that. But the point is, we're vibrating at a certain frequency, right? And whatever your beliefs are internally, now this goes, this is part of neuro-linguistic programming and along with other studies, but we have thoughts that are frequency. So if I believe that all men open doors for me, no matter where I go, if there's a man, I won't have to touch the door. If that's a belief that I have, I'm projecting it out, therefore I will only see that in my life. Like, men always open doors that's my belief, right? This is just an example. So then I put a blanket statement, my blurb that I would be saying is, oh, all men are so chivalrous, whatever. Or I would say men are chivalrous. I would say something that supports that belief based off my experience, if that made sense. Hopefully that made sense. So her blanket statement of like, men are blah blah blah, because I don't experience that reality, I disagreed, and that just like gave me like an epiphany of like, this is the world we're living in. Every single human, no matter if we're looking at the same thing, has a completely different perception of the world. Now I know that you know that, but when you bring it down to like a one-to-one conversation where she's like, men are blah blah blah, and I immediately, even with all my knowledge and studies, I said no. And then I proceeded to explain the frequency thing. I was like, well, maybe you're just vibrating at the frequency that allows you to solidify the thoughts that you have about men. So therefore you're seeing that you're creating that reality because that's what you believe. I don't see it because I don't believe that. I have a different experience with men. But then I proceeded to tell her it wasn't always that way. When I was vibrating at a lower frequency, my thoughts were a little more negative. And vice versa. Like, I mean, we have good days, bad days, whatever. And if you'd like to reference one of my old videos, I think it's the reason we have bad days is because we attract, we have a thought or something happens and we react to it. And in that reaction, if we decide to stay in that mood or that frequency, then of course you're going to keep attracting things that make you feel how you're feeling in that moment. So if you can quickly get out of that, be like, okay, this happened, I'm going to allow myself to feel it, but I'm going to move on. I'm not going to stay there, because if you stay there, you're going to get more of that. And the opposite is true for like positivity. Like if you're having a really good day and you smile at people and you're like, oh, this is the best day ever, you're going to keep attracting more moments that make you feel like that. Anyway, yeah, so the two observations in that moment were like, oh, I didn't communicate this very well because I disagreed, when in fact she is correct, because she does experience this. So it's not that she's wrong. She's not wrong. She's just, that's the frequency she had. And I disagreed because I was like, well, but then again, I did explain that like, well, I used to see that, I don't anymore because I'm vibrating at a different level. And I then proceeded to tell her how to change the frequency that she's at. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to share. I need coffee. It's the morning, so I'm very tired. And welcome back. I'm so excited to be back. This is my old community. I love you guys. And welcome to those of you that are new. If I didn't ask already, please subscribe. I know this sounds so cringy, but I was notified that I need a certain level of subscribers if I want to start monetizing these videos. So if you're a supporter, if you're supportive, if you're a friend, if you're family, please subscribe. If you're someone creepy and watching for other reasons, don't subscribe. Oh gosh, hopefully I'm out of that frequency, because I do remember there was a lot of jealousy around what I was doing, and they like, I'm not gonna subscribe, I don't want to help. Hopefully I don't have that anymore, but I don't miss those days of like dealing with that. And I think some of my old videos are on that, where I would hear through the grapevine, oh, someone said this and someone said that, and I'm not gonna lie, like back then it did affect me, because I'm like, oh God, like I don't want to be responsible for someone else's insecurity. Like, they get so mad, like, oh, she's not even this, she's not even that. Like, stop it. Mind your own business then. Like, I hated that. I don't think I have that currently, but again, maybe it's you. I don't know. My people are my people. But yeah, I'm only speaking to my people. So my people, please subscribe to help me get monetized, because that would be really cool to have, like, you know, this as a job. Not that I want to be. Anyway, here I go, rambling. Old Serena is still in here somewhere. Not the aggressive, anxious one, but the mind just wanders. Like, I will have a thought, and then I'll talk about something else, and then I'll talk about something else, then I'll talk about something else. So people like to label me with the ADHD brain. And okay, I'll own that, but we don't label around here. VU doesn't label. They just want you, we just want you to be you. Wonderful, amazing, uniquely you. Okay, so with that, I'll get ready for my day.